welcome to Let's Bleepin Play. I am Experiment Sean.
I'm Mason and Stitch.
Sparky Sean was right there, too.
It was, but I forgot his name.
How dare you? How dare you not be as obsessed with this series as I am?
And who are you?
Thomas.
Ah, there you go.
Messing up, Thomas. Because I keep messing up.
So this is, you're destroying the...
Yeah, I'm destroying these and then...
Oh, then Sparky shows up there. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
We're fighting Sparkus.
Yes.
I am Sparky. I am Sparky.
I am Sparkykus.
Wee.
Yeah, even I'll admit that one was a stretch.
I'd ask if you'd seen Spartacus, but I know the answer already.
You know what? Actually, I have.
Uh-huh. What's it about?
No, I haven't.
I haven't seen Spartacus. I would doubt you have.
I obviously know the scene.
Everyone knows the scene. Everyone knows the I Am Spartacus scene.
Mm-hmm. It's been parodied so many times and other things.
Yeah, I love Little Rascals.
I was gonna say I like that thing you do.
Was that in that thing you do?
Yeah, he says I am Spartacus.
Oh.
The guy with the glasses says it. That's a good movie.
I think it's the Monty Python joke where it's like, I'm Brian and so's my wife. Yeah, I think that's Life of Brian.
Ooh.
I said I haven't seen Life of Brian,
Oh, I see.
actually.
Okay, I see his health bar. I was like, how do you know? There we go.
Who can't find health bars now, huh?
I couldn't find him. I wasn't sure how you did it. And then I looked up and was like, oh, there's another health bar. That's probably what it is.
And there
I
we
saw
go.
an opportunity and I took it, all right? I get a lot of flack.
Not enough,
A lot of
honestly.
a lot of...
4 hours. 4
I
hours.
was about to say rightfully deserved flack. Oh god, they're talking to each other now.
They're communicating.
Says, thanks for getting him back to his one true place.
Oh, it's...
That's just clip art. That is just clip art of the characters. This is f***ing me up.
And then it just changes quality.
Oh,
The Game Boy Advance is a never-ending treasure.
why can't something go my way for once?
once.
Hello, Splody Head. You're just kind of here.
Some good luck for me.
Mega boot felt pleasant, too powerful, Sparky, and tell Lilo to come help.
Yeah,
Hey, Lilo, can you come help?
yeah, he just has a really normal voice. Hey, so we're in a bit of a pickle here.
Splody Head has Stitch in
It's
danger.
Patrick Warburton.
Look, I don't think the live-action remake looks good. It looks better than most, but still not good. They could redeem a lot if they just cast Patrick Warburton as any character. Specifically Jumba. I think he'd be a pretty good Jumba. But
Yeah.
So I think I realized my take on Disney live action anime of the animated movies is live action versions of animated movies have existed for a long time, and animated properties off of live action has existed for a long time. My problem with the more recent stuff, I realized, is instead of spending time to try to make something equal in quality, we're going to make something that is lower in quality. It doesn't mean it's necessarily bad, but it said taking a 5-star movie and turning it into a 3-star movie, or taking a 4-star movie and turning it into a 2-star movie. And I was like, that's, I think, my biggest problem is like you're making a mid product out of something that was great.
And now you see where I come from. I hate using the term worthless when describing a lot of movies because everyone can find worth in some movie, but the live action Disney remakes, in my opinion, are some of the most worthless movies to ever exist. Because they do nothing. There is nothing that a live action remake has done that the animated film did not do at least slightly better.
And it's taking, again, if they were sitting there, because again, and it's also just the assumption that I can just do, and this is a problem with a lot of stuff, because a lot of these opinions started when people get mad at adaptations of animated stuff, a la Dragon Ball Evolution, and they say, well, just do shot-for-shot stuff. But we also saw this a lot in the MCU, where we just have a comic book shot, and like, oh my gosh, I've seen that from the comics. Okay, and is it doing anything for the story? Okay, neat. Okay, like it's like no, I just want to see the thing. You know, a show that I actually enjoyed for the most part, but also got some flack for it is the live action Cowboy Bebop. And that when they made the opening of the Cowboy Bebop just a shot for shot opening, but with the live action characters, and it's cool. But you're also just like you're just hitting the same beats that we've seen before.
Oh my god!
And where that show actually at times excelled was when they did something slightly different with the property. They did something with the characters that is different. That's what I want. Like I am fully okay with taking any property and making a new thing out of it, whether that's in live action, taking a live action, make it animated, take the property and make it a claymation project. I don't, whatever you want to do with it is fine with me, but make sure you're doing something different with the property. You know, remakes that I love of movies are not shot for shot remakes. I don't, even though sometimes those remakes get a lot of flack, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, for example, gets a lot of flack. But at least they did something different with it. They took the property and tried to do something different with it.
Yeah.
I understand that people don't necessarily like what they did, and that's fine.
But it is different.
It is different.
You're not going to get the two confused.
Yeah, you're doing something new with the property. Mm-hmm. Which is just something I just feel like that's the thing. Do something different with it. Don't just give me the same thing, but this time it's animated, or this time it's live action, or this time it's blank. Do something different with it and give me a reason to want to watch it instead of just going and seeing the greatest hits replayed again, but in a different medium.
Yeah. I just maybe this is misplaced, but I do have faith that they will eventually stop doing them.
Oh yeah, they will, because it's a fad.
It's a fad.
Yeah, fads will fade.
Yeah.
One of these days.
Well, they'll move on and they'll do something else. I mean, again, like, there have been live action Disney movies since the 90s.
Yeah.
We had a live action Jungle
Book. Yeah, but the
Book.
difference is, if we're going by what Sean is saying, where it's doing something different, the
usually
live action Jungle Book and the live action 101 Dalmatians both are very different. Mm-hmm. In the live action Jungle Book, Mowgli's an adult, mm-hmm. and he has to fight some asshole capitalist. I don't really remember, but
could have just said capitalist.
Ooh.
But yeah, you're right. They did do something a little different with those ones, and I think that is the difference right now on these versions, and maybe some of it will change. Is that it's just shot for shot? But here's the thing: audiences aren't getting smarter, and it's the thing is when you do something from a property and it doesn't do exactly what you think that property should do, which is usually whatever thing I've watched before or read before or done before. If it's not exactly the shot for shot thing, I'm a little upset. Mm-hmm. And, that doesn't mean that I want them to, necessarily do something super, super different. Like, look, we've talked a lot about the Sonic the Hedgehog movies. Those aren't, even the new one isn't a shot for shot Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah, they have elements of it, and I love the elements of it, but it's its own thing.
Right.
It's totally its own thing. They did something very different by bringing Gerald Robotnik to life for it,
Yeah.
So like you can do different things with it with any of these properties, while still letting you feel like, as a fan, I know what I'm getting, mm-hmm. or I know what I'm enjoying, and that's something that a lot of these things, unfortunately, don't do. Mm-hmm. Is give you some reason to actually watch it that isn't just like, well, I need to waste 2.5 hours and make sure my kids are entertained and they like this. Mm-hmm. And Disney's going, they like that, and they're going to buy the toy of whatever I got. So let's make more of them. Mm-hmm. And again, I don't know what the worldwide total was, but the number one musical of all time in terms of box office is the live action Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts so much. Oh, God. Emma Watson can't sing. I'm sorry.
I'm just telling you.
Anyone in that movie can.
But yeah, that's the
I thought whoever they got to do the Beast.
Luke Evans was alright.
Luke Evans was
is guest on, and
Luke Evans was guest on.
Dan Stevens is the Beast.
Yeah, Dan. I think the song that they did for that is pretty good.
Dan Stevens randomly in movies. He was in the newest Godzilla vs Kong, and you're just like, okay.
Neat.
He just shows up and things sometimes. But the overarching of all this, while Thomas is trying to solve puzzles, is just like, if you do something new and original with it and try, instead of just trying to cash in on property, I am a lot more interested. And right now, with what we're getting, it's a lot of just trying to cash in on blank property. And that is not gonna that doesn't mean someone can't enjoy it, or they can't be, have fun with it, or they can't be, interested in it. And again, I am probably, of the three of us, the most lenient to the live action Disney properties. But also at the same point, they are frustrating. It is frustrating from an art perspective, because you're just being like, we need to just have whatever we've seen before, but in live action, because
You know what it is? It's the Family Guy bit where it's like, everything you say, I say something a little bit worse. And the live action movies are the little bit worse.
It's more than a little bit. If you can't tell, I'm the one who really doesn't like
yes,
Yeah, you've got the biggest.
I'm
hate.
aware.
You've got the biggest live action hate boner.
Hence why I haven't made a lot of comments. Because Sean went on a whole really well talked about tirade about how, just do something different. My argument is do something good. You hacks. Maybe you actually tried for once in your goddamn miserable lives. Some of the live action remakes would actually be worthwhile. Anyway. That's honestly harsh. Yes, there's a lot going on in this level. It is. Yeah, there's a big old puzzle level.
You got a whole bunch. You got multiples of your experiments, so they're like using them all to solve the puzzles.
Yep. Can't remember if I have to do this.
Oh, I was like,
well.
Sparky, why are you shaking your ass in front of Lilo? Like he was like right at...
Sparky!
Oh, there we go. Okay.
That was a bit harsh with the live action remakes. They're obviously trying, but it's like, I'm just being an asshole.
I think...
Because, like...
To put a sentiment on that, I think there is some trying, but a lot of it is also corporate controlled aspect of it, because they almost all of them have had good directors. There's a few where it's just like, oh, okay, you got that guy. But the majority is like they have like good, accomplished directors, and it's like, and that's all they came out. You're telling me that all they came out is a shot for shot remake with a couple of little no, I don't believe that. that director is just going to do that.
Tell me that was Guy Ritchie's version of Aladdin.
You telling me that's Kenneth Branagh's version of Cinderella?
And those are two of the better ones.
Who did Beauty and the Beast?
I have no idea. Legitimately have no idea.
My favorite director, some dickhead.
Honestly, I do not remember who did Beauty and the Beast.
It was...
Marshall did Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Who is still coasting on winning that Academy Award for Chicago years later.
Yup.
I know Maleficent 2 was just kind of a nobody.
It was the same guy who directed Breaking Dawn Part 1 and 2.
That is the best. One of those is the best of the Twilight movies.
Let's get that numbnut. To direct.
I'm sure they were like.
I know it was probably hands-on corporate,
but also money. They're like, ooh, look at how much Breaking Dawn made. That director needs to do.
Yeah, let's get that numbnut to remake the first animated movie nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah. Which
I think that's the thing that irritates me as well.
That's also one of the things is like, I love Beauty and the Beast. If my Letterboxd review is it's good. It's really good. But it is one of those things I'm like, that was the first animated movie to get nominated. Really? That was the one? And I know that, like, legitimately, if I listed my top, 20 animated movies, probably none of them are the ones that people consistently nominate. So
It's all weeb shit.
some there definitely
kidding, I'm
there definitely
kidding.
would be some few animated, but also
I'm kidding.
But yeah, it's I don't know. It's one of those that's like, and we'll see. But like I bought into the How to Train Your Dragon was going to be potentially better because they said it's going to be based on the book. Now they basically said no, it's not based on the book. Well, I mean, it's based on, but it's not going to be more like a book. It's just a slightly longer version than the animated one, which I can watch and it's beautiful.
Significantly worse.
I can watch and it's beautiful, and part of that beauty is in that it is stylized, and style is I like watching style and seeing that, and instead of live action people in front of a green screen is not going to look as pretty.
Yeah, no, not at all.
So if you like went, fully like on set and did like a lot of like really like, interesting.
Well, that's okay. We're still on this tirade. Jesus Christ, this lasted longer than I thought it would. That's the thing. If you want to do live action versions of animated movies, fine. I don't necessarily agree, but fine. Do something different. CG animation is still animation.
Yeah. The Lion King movies are not live
They're
action.
not live action. They're stylized animation. You know what would be different is if you tried to recreate this shit with puppets or other stuff you could do in live action. You can't do...
Or just... If your movie is a big thing, like if your movie is Aladdin, go on set to a desert area or make a desert area. Like, more of a sense. Don't just do it in front of green screens.
Yeah.
Which is why it's very exciting. He's so cute.
Yeah, I love Splody Head.
He's so cute. Which is why we, as of recording of this, we got our first set shots of Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
And it's like, what's a great thing I read where people were like, "Wait, it's actually on the ocean? Is this allowed?"
Yeah, like they're actually on it. Which again, we'll see how it sounds because the last time Christopher Nolan was on water for it, we got the scenes on Tenet where you don't know you can't hear the dialogue while they're on the boats.
Mm-hmm.
What's the strategy with this one?
Basically, it's just trying to time it to where you...
Oh, you're doing... Okay.
Yeah, you gotta time it to where... Oh, right. You gotta do both. I forgot.
While we're going off on this whole thing about the live action remix.
Oh, and then you knock him in. Okay, I was like, he didn't do any damage. You got to knock him into it.
Yes.
While we're doing this thing on live action Disney remakes, we can there is always the exception to the rule. We can at least admit that Christopher Robin was good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
because
that's
it's
also
a take
not,
on the
but
characters.
that's also not, I was gonna say that's not really a remake, is the thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a take
fair
on the
enough.
characters. I also said we talked about. I know it's older on there. The 101 Dalmatian live action is really good. I like how when you meet the boss, it just goes to the screen. It's over.
Just straight. It's just a hard cut.
Yeah.
No pompum pompum circumstance.
Pomp and circumstance.
I'm never gonna get over these screens.
Jumbo's looking into the void.
Oh, we should have held on that longer.
I stared into the abyss.
I couldn't.
I stared into the abyss, and the abyss
and the abyss stared back. What have I done, Pleakley, my gay lover? What have I done?
Look at that squeezed angel. Oh,
that's not Angel. That's Holio.
Oh, that's Holio. Okay. Jesus Christ.
I'm still on the Jumbo. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still on the goddamn Jumbo. He's just there.
There was an era.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
The era of video games with these sort of things, like the Game Boy Advance, the PSP, those two had a lot of these sort of games. DS did as well.
Yeah.
But I too often lump DS and Game Boy Advance in the same thing. All of them had these with a lot of, tie-in games that didn't have, like, obviously cutscenes. They just had, panels and then dialogue lead to some of the funniest things ever.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
I don't know. Jump just stared into the void. Single-handedly, he looked into the void and he goes, he's staring at Disney executives.
Why do you do this to me? You take away my lover. That is so... Okay, like, it's not honestly... no, you know what? It is a big deal. Bleakley was, like, Disney's first cross-dressing character. And what's his disguise in the movie? A man. F*** you.
Not just that, it's the vaguely European white dude from Aladdin. I can't remember the actor's name. He's actually been in a lot of some more stuff, but also every time he's kind of forgettable in a lot of things. Okay. Like... Yeah, that was one of those, I was like... Okay. Is it something maybe he changes into different...
I was going to say,
things,
honestly, if I had to bet, which is why part of me says it's not a big deal, he's going to eventually change to a woman, and there's going to be some really bad moment where it's like, ooh, I like this better. See, we're making a statement. We're woke Disney. Whereas in the original, he just kind of did, and they didn't have to make a big deal about it, and that ironically sent a bigger message.
Yeah, Bleakley is one of my favorite characters in any of the Lilo and Stitch stuff.
What was
Lilo
it?
and Stitch?
Yeah, Lilo and Stitch.
What was it in Stitch the movie where it's like Planet is Jumba there, where he's going through the phone book?
Hello, this is Planet
Well, same to you, buddy. And when he's finally finds Jumba, he's just really tired. Like, is Jumba there?
Is Jumba there?
Yeah,
Jumba.
Great character, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, Yarp and Slushy are back.
Oh, they're just so cute together, and they're that would be one where it's like a green screen. You're like, they're not there together at all. They've never been in the same room together.
I was gonna say, if these were real actors, it'd be like you could see the outline.
They've never been in the same room ever before.
Lilo, all cousins together beat
Hansterviel.
who we still have only heard by name and still haven't seen.
Take us up to the ship. Distract Fishface, then come to me. Of course you can be destructive, Stitch. Release restraint number 0 on Stitch.
Holy crap! It's
Gontu.
Gontu, that's his name.
I was gonna call him Fishface.
It's Gontu, but it's fine. I'm not gonna be an anal.
Yeah, like I remember Bleakley. That's about Bleakley and Stitch are the obviously Lilo.
Yeah, I remember Bleakley, Stitch, and what's the girl's name?
Laura.
I think it starts with an L. Leon. I'm gonna say yes.
Lincoln.
Lola.
Sorry, dying over here.
You good?
Tried to turn away from. Was about to talk. Started to die. Didn't get away from the mic in time. I'm sure that's gonna sound great. There's a gag in Community where they're preparing a character to fight. Because they're going to fight, and one of them, they don't want to tell you they're fighting. And she comes in, and he goes, we're preparing for the fight. I couldn't find anything to fit in there. And I was like, oh, come on, you can do it in the later. Yeah, we were going to do a fight. You're right, there's nothing that can fit in there.
Stupid head.
What is going on?
We're trying to get Jeff ready for the fight. I couldn't think of another word.
Idiot. He meant we were fighting. It is hard to think of another word.
I thought for a second, because I didn't go there, I thought it was just going to blow up.
Just out of nowhere.
I was like, oh, Stitch is...
Well, she said be destructive. Destructive.
Slugger has been my favorite character in this. Like, that is just such a good sprite.
And he can reflect stuff back.
He looks so cute.
I think we found Sean's favorite experiment.
Yeah, I think we've been on a journey, and now we've discovered.
Splody Head's also very good because his stuff locks on.
Because he's Splody Head.
Yeah.
Because he has Splody Head.
Yeah, he has the Splody Head.
Yeah, these are the final levels, so we got all the experiments back.
Yay!
Look at us solving problems. You can tell their last list how many enemies are.
Yeah, because holy.
They're like, what if we ratcheted up the enemies? You mean make them harder? No, just make more of them.
Just make a lot more of them.
Everyone.
Curious, have you seen Leon the Professional?
Me?
Yeah.
I have not.
Oh,
It is on my watch
it's
list.
also long, so Mason's gonna get bored. It's like 2:30.
Is it? I don't remember it being that long.
And maybe it isn't. It is a very slow movie. I love
It is. No, Leon the Professional is a good movie. I do think it's a bit overhyped, but also I am Gen Z brained, so
It's an hour 50. So
Okay, so it's not as long as it said. It feels longer. Is probably what I was thinking, but yeah,
it does feel longer.
It's
I
also-
think it's a very good movie. It's just another movie Sean really likes. It has the same problem that Boondock Saints had for me, where it was hyped up to hell. So when I finally watched it, I'm like, it's good, but
One of those
damn.
movies is actually good.
I have only
Thought you-
seen.
oh, okay.
I have only seen one of that director's movies.
Leon the Professional.
No, I just said I haven't. The guy who
No,
directed.
no,
Director.
the director.
Yes, I've
Okay,
only
because
seen
we
one of
said
his movies.
Boondock and that. Okay, yeah, because that's French guy,
Yep,
Luc Besson. There we go.
I've only seen one of his movies.
Why I always end up with just it's Valerian. It's
French.
Valerian.
It is hilarious.
It's like I've only seen one of Luc Besson. It's the glib. It's Roger, right? That's Valerian. It's Valerian.
Yep.
I mean, I can't wait to watch one of Luc Besson's movies, and shit, it's it's gonna be Valerian, isn't it?
Exactly where my
This is said to be one of the. It was said to be one of Luc Besson's best movies ever, and shit, it's hilarious.
said to be one of his more shit.
It's Valerian. Shit, it's Valerian. It's gonna be Valerian. All right, Jagoffs. This is no longer a hot take, but I do think American Dad's funnier than Family Guy.
I've never seen American Dad.
I don't watch either of them.
I've seen like I don't want to say I've seen a bunch of either, but from what I have seen of Family Guy and American Dad, I like American Dad a lot more. American Dad is significantly funnier in my opinion. That's just a me thing because American Dad is like it's just American Dad also appeals more to my sense of humor, where instead of constant shocking gross out, there's just a lot more just bullshit. Not that shocking random gross out can't work. It's just the way Family Guy does it. It's often like gross out, and that's the joke instead of actually using gross out to build on the joke. Meanwhile, something like American Dad, it's just genuinely hilarious in my opinion.
The only American Dad bit that I've seen is the bit where they try to get Haley to sleep with the artist of the Weeknd, and then the Weeknd starts singing to her about him being a virgin. It's very funny.
What there's one of the characters, the son, I genuinely do forget his name, where he decides to make Steve. Yes, he decides to make a
It's
boy.
a pretty name.
He decides to make a boy band with his friends, but they end up having too many people, so the band is called B12 because there's 12 members, and their entire song is just 3 roll calls. And that's just genuinely funny to me.
That is
I have
funny.
very little opinions on any of this because
I was gonna say,
I have maybe watched one Family Guy episode in my life.
Damn.
And I've seen lots of clips because it's all over every.
Yeah.
You can't load up any
social
media and not have at least seen clips of Family Guy. But I don't think I've watched more than one full Family Guy episode, and I've never seen American Dad. So.
I watched American Dad because it was on TV at a hotel, where you find all the best stuff.
Exactly. Honestly, yeah, that would be, you'd have like TNT or TBS on. That would make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, and again, I was cracking up. I thought it was great. There's one episode that again just shows my random bullshit humor. Where yes, I know I'm failing. Shut up. Where it's like a play. Like the whole episode is styled like a play, like with curtain draws and everything and stuff like that. And to open the episode, it opens with the play curtains, and you think you're gonna see the Smith family. It's Sir Patrick Stewart, and he's just like, "Hello, I'm Sir Patrick Stewart," and he goes on this actually really serious talk about the power of play.
That's funny.
I was cracking my ass up.
That is funny.
There's also the very ending of the episode is Stan kills himself, but because it's a play, it's just a fake gun like red confetti. And they have this really dramatic ending, and then it zooms out, and it's Sir Patrick Stewart is asleep. And then he jolts awake, and he's like, "You thought I was asleep? No. That's what we call good acting, my friends." Until next time.
I don't know if I've said this one on mic at this everyone. Have you ever seen the bit? It's a Ricky Gervais show, but it has him with Ian McKellen talking about the acting process.
No.
I don't think I have.
Okay, so he's like, "What do you do to get in?" And he's like, "Well, I know this is going to come a lot of things, but I am not a wizard. I play a wizard, though. But I bet you're wondering how I get into that product." He's like, no, I know you're not a wizard. He's like, "Well, this is what I do. It goes like this. Sir Ian, Sir Ian, Sir Ian, Sir Ian, Sir Ian. Action, you shall not pass there. Cut, Sir Ian, Sir Ian, Sir Ian."
If we were to draw a graph of my process, of my method, something like this. Sir Ian, Sir Ian, Sir Ian, action. Wizard, you shall not pass. Cut. Sir Ian, Sir Ian, Sir Ian.
I think you have brought that up before, but it cracks me up. So.
It's so funny, and you said Ricky Gervais just kind of like sitting there being like, "What?" Ian McKellen is surprisingly funny, even though he rarely does funny things.
Yeah. What are you talking about? His Gandalf's hilarious. And I mean that as a positive. His Gandalf's really funny.
What do you mean? He's hilarious in Cats.
He always like plays like very serious characters in the movies.
Even in
Yeah.
Cats.
Is that what we called that? Serious?
Mason just is like, "What if we talked about cats more?"
Okay, I like the Scrimble Shank song. There we go.
Shrimple Cranks.
You say his name. Yeah, there you go. I like the Skimble Shank song. There, that is my opinion on Cats.
There you go.
Come back down.
Get over here.
it just went like
It just lives through.
and he's just wiggling. He is just vibing.
That was some My Planet Needs Me ass animation.
Yeah, I guess.
I live in my planet. What is that?
It's kryptonite, good God.
I thought they were like floating bushes.
It does kind of look like floating bushes.
Yeah.
But I'm in space, I see a rock-like formation. My first thought is kryptonite.
Ah.
Because I'm a fucking nerd.
That checks out.
Green rock. Wait, no, I thought you hit the thing. Oh, now you hit the thing.
Sometimes sometimes the hit detection's a little wank.
Oh, did you look at did you see in the background? It's Earth.
My favorite planet.
Yeah. E. Arthur.
That's harmony!
I said, "Hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day."
I said, hey, what a wonderful...
Where we can learn to work and play and get along.
It's a laugh and play, you fake fan.
Shut up.
You made the E. Arthur joke.
I'm gonna rewrite it and I'm gonna live it with what I. Shut up.
I'm gonna do the.
Whoops.
Shut up.
I need to clip that Kingdom Hearts clip. That's just one of the Haley Joel Osment lookalikes saying "shut up."
Shut up.
Oh yeah. Okay.
One of them.
How many of them are there?
There's like 3. Yeah. I stopped giving a at that point. You can tell.
You're like, I have one life left.
I just, just the one.
Yep.
He's just vibing. He's like,
Yep. He's just a guy.
He is a dude.
I don't like the green mothballs.
You don't like him?
You don't like the green mothballs?
I don't mind him. Now, how do you make them stop?
It's a funny thing, you don't.
Ah. Oh, man. This has been because we've played Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games on the TV before. This one is, I think, next to like Spider-Man, is like one that is like ran the smoothest.
Mm-hmm.
I would say yes.
Because a lot of these handheld games, they have severe camera whippage happening on a bigger screen like this.
And this game does have that a bit, specifically when you're playing as Stitch, but it's not as bad as other games.
It also it just looks nice, even if Lilo's eyes when she's running,
are bleeding,
when she's running are
they're
I've seen horror movies.
I know what that means.
Yeah, I love that horror movie.
Yeah, you know that one, my favorite.
Yeah,
that
when
one.
the guy did the thing.
Yeah, and did the murder.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
It's an actual wolf, right?
No, you're thinking of Alpha and Omega.
Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street.
Alpha and Omega is a horror movie. Good God.
And the sequels get weirder.
I'm a guy who I will say okay, you can't be too harsh on a kids movie. It's a kids movie. Blah blah blah. Alpha and Omega is just straight up bad. It is what Illumination haters say Illumination is, and I don't like Illumination that much.
What are you looking at me
the amount of times that Thomas and I have had to defend Illumination and be like, we don't even like Illumination that much.
I don't.
Mainly from me.
Oh yeah, it's entirely from me.
I don't love Illumination. I really don't. I'm not a big fan.
I will defend these 2-star movies from Mason's just hate boner.
That's mainly Despicable Me. I don't.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Well, that's exactly it. There is nothing.
It's an unpopular opinion. I'd rather watch nothing than something that pisses me off.
No,
but that's what pisses me off is the nothing.
You are on crack, dude. Oh my God. There's nothing there, so it makes me mad. Air you. I don't like Illumination that much.
I need that on a t-shirt. Air you. It's the Simpsons old man screams at air.
Yeah, old man screams at air. Holy shit.
Shut up.
Lilo, your neck is gone.
Lilo rocket.
Lilo have the whiplash.
I like that they spent time to make her hair move a lot. It's an interesting touch.
Yeah. It's kind of a nice little touch. You don't see that often.
Yeah.
Best part about having them teleport is that you can just kind of cheese some of this bullshit.
Yeah.
And Richter's just freaking out, man.
He's zooted.
Hi.
Damn it. God damn it.
Whoa. What happened?
The wind.
The wind blows
the
you
wind
away.
blows it away. Oh, this game is. I know that this episode's been a little unhinged and talking about a lot of things, but this game is so entertaining.
This is very
There we
entertaining.
go.
This game is
Oh, Jesus.
in a way that it's entertaining good, but also so
There's some jank, but it's not jank that kills the game.
It's
like
charming
it's
jank.
unintentional. It's unintentionally crazy stuff.
Also, God, I thought the last level there was a lot going on. Jeebus. That guy's just standing there. He was an innocent,
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. He was going to shoot a child.
but he didn't.
Well, he was going to.
He was
But-
going to.
But he didn't.
Oh yeah,
I'm not getting into the Minority Report debate.
let's not stop the person that was going to shoot the child and let him shoot a child.
We don't know that he was gonna shoot.
He had a
We've
gu-
seen him shoot the child.
No, but we didn't know. We've seen other ones like him shoot the. We haven't seen that one shoot the.
I'm not getting into the Minority Report debate.
Mason's getting a child shot.
No,
That's just what Mason's doing here.
No, I'm not. There is no evidence that that child was gonna get.
Aside from the fact that it...
His programming is literally to shoot child. That's all he does in life. He stands there and waits for child to shoot. It's a sad life, but he lives it.
But it ain't much. But it's
Not honest
it's
either.
not even
I was going
honest.
to say it's not honest work because you're trying to kill a kid.
Which apparently Mason's like, that's okay.
No, I'm not.
Mason's like, I'm Mason. I don't.
I'm being funny. I don't actually I do not condone. No, condone is right. I
thought you were going to say I condone.
I got
Jesus
condone,
Christ,
I got condone
dude.
and condemn mixed up in my head.
I do not condemn kill. Good God.
Oh, that almost went bad.
Anyway, Lilo and Stitch. I like Slushy. Look at this little guy.
Hey, I could go for one of those too.
He's so good. He's such a good little guy.
I like slushies. I don't really like snow cones.
Is there a difference?
Yeah.
Slushies are softer. They're like more pureed,
okay.
basically. Snow cones, you're eating ice.
Yeah.
I dig a good snow cone.
It's fine from time to time, but like given the choice, I will pick.
You'll go for a slushie. That's
I will
fair.
pick slushie.
Agreed.
You'd go for like a.
Yeah, like honestly, bring me to 7-Eleven, give me that slushie machine. Give me a Coke slushie. I am a happy man.
Oh yeah. They don't sell those as many different places.
They don't, and it's depressing.
Yeah. Those.
One of the reasons I'm a fat bastard is because in college there was a lot of places that served Coke slushies. So it would be like 3 a.m. and I'd go to a 24-hour. I'd go to a 24-hour convenience store and get a Coke slushie. It's one of the reasons I am a fat bastard.
We used to have when I started at movie theater back in the day. They used to have Coke and I think it was just cherry slushy that you could get, and you could mix them together. And then it changed to Pepsi. When they got Pepsi, it changed to Pepsi and Mountain Dew. I think was the other slushy that they had, and those weren't quite as good.
I've never been to a 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven is just the first thing that came to mind. I haven't either.
Oh.
Like quick trip, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gas station.
Yeah.
A gas station that serves slushies. You give me a good slushie.
Have y'all ever been to the Buc-ee's in Texas? That's like huge.
I haven't, no.
I have. It is a huge gas station.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure it is.
I've had several people go to Buc-ee's and then convert to its religion. So
Apparently, I've never understood the gas station fan base.
it cracks me up because it
Don't get
sounds
me-
like no, sorry, but it cracks me up because it sounds like that's just something Sean's making up to be funny. Those exist.
Yeah, it's like don't get me wrong. I love going to a good QT. I love a good Quick Trip. Like a good Quick Trip with all of its stuff. I do like it, but I'm also not buying Quick Trip shirts. And
It's kind of like fast food fans. Like, I get it if it's like your thing. Like, I would buy a Ronald McDonald shirt or something, or a King shirt. I'm not gonna buy a shirt that just says Burger King.
Yeah.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because it's funnier.
Yeah.
You telling me you wouldn't buy
Christ, I hate this part.
you telling me you wouldn't buy the Sneak King shirt?
No, I wouldn't.
That's
I cannot say.
I would do it.
Yeah, I knew you would.
Okay.
I know. No, yeah, I know.
Where's the Sneak King shirt?
No, it's Sean. I know.
Me
Sean.
want.
Sean, I know. Okay. Sean, I know.
Okay.
Sean, I know. I know.
Okay. But yeah, the gas station fandom is just one of those like it's Buc-ee's. That's the big one.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
the
one
big
that's
one.
like it just.
Well, there are others.
Oh yeah. That's just the one that like has the big like fan base. That's like you don't think Buc-ee's is like God's gift to mankind?
How dare you?
I don't understand. How could you not? Like it's the greatest thing that has ever existed.
It's Buc-ee's, okay, but like.
I'm like, okay. I mean,
Cool.
Now, again, I have never been to Buc-ee's, so maybe I will go there, and you'll come back and see me be like, no, I get it now.
You're like fully decked out in Buc-ee's.
It is a nice convenience store. It's a little overwhelming. It's very big, and but also like I don't usually go to my gas station to get anything other than gas and a drink and maybe a snack.
I was gonna say, and like shit.
I'm not going.
getting
If
snacks.
I'm going there for a meal, I'm probably not living a healthy life.
if you're going there for a meal, you are again me in college.
And again, like my friend and I used to eat a lot. We'd get Quick Trip and go watch a movie or something like that. So like I have done the eat the QT lifestyle, but like I'm also not like if someone says I prefer Quick Shop, I'm not like you heathen.
You are never happy when you're having a gas station meal.
No.
That is when you are like, yep, this is where I am right now in life.
I have made decisions. Oh yeah, because you can use him to knock the thing off. I was like, how are you gonna get? That's right, because he got his little wind blast, his little wind hands, his ice hands. He's like, yeah.
One more time.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm so happy.
Why is he so quiet?
Because he's ice. Ice can't be loud. It's quiet.
Because he's ice, baby.
Because ice particles move slowly.
Ah, there you go.
Science. I could have just literally teleported him up.
Have you guys ever seen the Jim Carrey Ice Baby in living color sketch?
I no, because I don't watch Jim Carrey things.
I don't watch Jim Carrey or in living color.
Funny.
So
it is so funny.
What you might as well have said there to me is like, hey, have you watched that one Vince Vaughn SNL sketch? I don't care to watch. I don't go out of my way to watch either of those things.
If it shows up on my feed, cool. Have I seen it? No.
Y'all need to watch that tonight. It is very funny.
I will.
I will most likely not, but I will take your word for it.
I'll take your. I was gonna say I'm sure it is funny. I just know I won't watch it because
Mason,
I'm an
we
asshole.
believe you. You are believed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's all I've ever wanted in life.
Exactly.
I think we have asked this before, but do we have like a favorite Jim Carrey movie?
Well, mine's The Mask.
I know yours is The Mask. It's mainly me and Sean. It's like, do we have a favorite Jim Carrey movie?
I do really like The Truman Show.
Truman Show's pretty great.
It's
That's probably
Liar
close
Liar
second,
is probably his best comedy.
Yeah, I was gonna say very basic. Mine is Liar Liar. Holy hell, that level's finally done.
Oh my gosh, and we did it! Yay! We'll be back next time on Let's Bleep and Play.